shots, trash talk, things that go on throughout the week will now all be settled on this field. As we'll see the #1 team in the country, the Florida Gators, taking on a squad hoping to prevent another L this week, the LSU Tigers. Glad to have you with us for EA Sports College Football. I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack and Jesse Palmer with me in the booth. Guys, we are ready to tee it up. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. The LSU Tigers offense is on the field for the first time today. There are always butterflies to start a game, but when you have a rivalry like this, the adrenaline is pumping on overdrive, guys.
They aren't all... Say that, but we know differently. The blood is boiling, the temperature is hot. Jesse, you want this week more than most.
Yeah, David, we played in these games before. Everything just seems to be heightened, right? The game seems to be moving faster. The crowd noise feels louder.
And that pass is intercepted. Looking for more room. At the 30. He is finally out of bounds, but he was smelling that end zone on that return.
Well, statistically, this defense is not one of the better units against the pass. They're trying to change that here today. What a great job tracking the ball down, making a play on it, stabbing it out of the air for a big interception early. That should be massive for their confidence.
They think there's room to run to the right here. Got enough space, and you'll race it to the house. Touchdown, Florida!
Well, this offense is top 10 in the country in points per game because they've got a lot of speed and they've got home run hitters. They score fast. They don't need 10 plays to go down the field. You saw it right there. They've recruited well. They've got playmakers. They're going to be a problem for defenses all year long.
The Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. Boy, they hope this next drive is more productive after throwing a pick last time, Jesse.
Yeah, and the coaches did a good job on the sideline there, just talking to the young quarterback and making sure he's able to turn the page, calm him down to go out and refocus this drive, Dave.
Yeah, and some people do that better than others, but you got to show some trust in him, maybe get the ground game going, help around him a little bit with this system.
They get him at the 42, but he picked up 10 there.
And that is exactly why you stick to running the football. Haven't had a lot of success, but boom, you pop one, right? That's what you got to do. You cannot become one-dimensional and just throw the football every down. Love the offense, sticking to the run. Nice job getting the first down.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Trying play action. Grabbed over the middle. It's Thomas. And oh, he was off to the races after the catch, and they finally drag him down. Death Valley has a well-earned rep of being intimidating. It is nice to be the quarterback, to have everything on your side.
And have everything quiet. It's the loudest place by far that I ever played. I mean, for an entire game, they are on their feet, yelling, screaming. Now listen, we can't play all the words they're yelling, Reese, but they are an intimidating crowd.
And he got a hand in there, knocks it away, incomplete. I know you want to prepare for every game the same way, but there's just something different about rivalry games, Jesse.
It's because, Reese, I think players are aware that games like this define your legacy as a player. Your record in rivalry games is something that people are going to talk about for years and years down the road. You have got to show up and play your best football in games like this.
They'll try to bully their way for the first. And the defense knew exactly where that first down line was, and they stopped him short. They really have no choice here. This is a no-brainer. You go for it here on this 4th down. Finds his man, and they convert. And he's knocked down immediately, but not before he moves the chains. LSU getting set on 1st and 10. Power football with the run. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
And that play shows you really what this defense is about. It's a difficult one to attack. They're really good. One of the best in the country. They come at you from all angles. So I'm interested to watch. How do you mix up the play calling? How do you keep...
And this sophomore able to wreak some havoc and get the sack. You see a Gator bringing the heat like that, you think about Derek Harvey, who was the MVP of the national championship game in '06.
And Alex Brown and Javon Curse, they had a long list of guys that could really make the quarterback's life difficult. You got to put pressure on the quarterback. You got to affect him. Really nice job on this play.
They're happy enough to try to take the points as the field goal unit heads out. No good. And they couldn't cut into the lead. It's still a 7-point game. Florida has the ball back, and here comes the offense. And that pass intercepted. He'll go out of bounds, but just what they needed to get the ball back. Offense set on 1st down. Use the play fake. Now to throw. And that pass picked off. Bringing it back. The 30. The 20. He's at the 10. And he's going to run it all the way back. Touchdown, Gators.
I'll tell you what, as a DB, you're lucky if you get one pick six in your entire football life. This guy had one last game. He's got one this game. Quarterbacks are going to stop throwing his way.
The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. They're lining up to kick it off after the pick six, and that defense will come out feeling it. The offense lining up for a 1st down play. He wants to throw. Excellent coverage and good use of the hands to knock it away.
Defense doing a great job watching the quarterback's eyes and breaking on the ball. They already have 2 picks in the game, and they swat that one away. They are doing an awesome job.
And he's picked off again. His night vision hasn't been up to speed. His 3rd interception. And a big return after the INT sets up the offense for this possession. Looking for a productive play on 1st down. In the red area, it's Webb. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. So he gets stuffed on 1st down, and now you have the offensive coordinator thinking a little bit.
Yeah, we're probably going to have to throw it now in this 2nd play. But what are we going to see defensively? Now that they know we're throwing, might they blitz us? Do I have to leave more guys in to block? There's a real cat and mouse game going on right now between these 2 coaching staffs.
Not a lot of ground to cover and not much to defend. A big 3rd down in the red zone. Got it! He'll be stopped just short of the end zone, but they'll have it 1st and goal. This offense in scoring position with a fresh set of downs. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Florida! They want to finish the season strong, and man, are they doing that here in this Week 11 performance. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Guys, right back to your game after we update the nation on this one. Marshall was all gas and no brakes in one of the more convincing wins we'll see this week. The type of performance Chad Pennington used to deliver in his days there in Huntington. The circle of life in college football, where one team moves on feeling like kings and the other heads home licking its wounds.
Kevin, thanks a lot for that one. Sounds as if they had a good one there. They'll go to work on 2nd down after doing damage on the ground. Looking for a man. It's Nussmeier. And man, oh man, he is in the dark tonight. His 4th interception. Offense getting set for 1st down. Pre-snap motion in the backfield. They'll crank up this drive with the pass. Finds his tight end. That's about as close as you can get to that marker, and it will be 2nd and just a few breaths away from the 1st down. From the gun, to give, looking for room. Wrestled to the ground after picking up the 1st down. Now on 1st and 10 from the 26. He's going to pass. Feeling some heat. Hit as he throws. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be second down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Lets it fly deep downfield. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have squeezed it. On third and long, try to convert through the air. Incomplete. He had to get rid of it before he wanted to. The defense put the heat on. And on fourth down, here comes the field goal unit. And it's right down the boulevard. And they'll push that lead out a little further. So they're lining up to kick it off after that last drive. Put a 3-spot on the board, and now the defense will try to shut them down. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. To say this has been a slow start is a bit of an understatement, and they really need to get it going here, Jesse.
That's right. The opponent, they're firing on all cylinders right out of the gate. Offensively, for this unit, they've been slow and struggling. They need an explosive play to wake themselves up.
Yeah, and it's just the first quarter, so it's not the end of the world. You've seen slow starts, but you got to continue to pick and pick and pick until you find that play or that scheme that you can use against this defense.
Running back searching for a hole. At midfield, he's got room. They finally get him on the ground, but that's the kind of play that will carry momentum into the second quarter. We've come to the end of the quarter, and it's Florida on top. Really strong performance so far to be able to build a lead here in the first period as we look at the stats. Holds and fires complete to the right. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few. After trying the running game, let's see if they do it again on second down. Wide receiver shows motion. With jet sweep pass. He's there to make the stop, and they threw it in reverse, losing yardage on that play. Now facing a third and long. Looking to throw, it's Nussmeier. Got him downfield. And they'll finally catch up to him, but not before a big chunk of yardage is picked up. Finally, this offense starting to show a little juice. They've got a 1st and 10. Pulls and fires complete. That throw and catch gets them down to the 6, and the defense is running out of answers. It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. On the run, it's Durham. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
Yeah, you want to be physical. You want to assert yourselves. And now listen, I know this is a top 5 defense against the run in college football, but you got to believe you can do it.
Reels it in the end zone. Touchdown, Tigers.
One of the areas they really focused on with this receiver in the offseason was we need you to make more plays for us in the end zone. When we're taking shots, we need you to be able to step up and make tough catches. David, what a grab right there.
And I think a lot of that has to do with trusting your guy, knowing where he's going to be, knowing when he's going to sit down, when he's not, so being on the same page, and then having a guy that can go get it. Just when the ball is near him, he's going to make the play, just like he did right there for 6 points.
Really important for a ranked team going into a hostile environment like this one, not to give the underdog reason to believe.
Yes, reason to believe, and don't give the fans reason to get jacked up and excited.
And it looks as if they buzzed down. Replay wants to have another peek at that last play. And they take another look at the play, but the officials on the field were right, and the play will stand. Faced with a 3rd and short from their own 32 to keep this drive alive. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a 4th down. Well, the offense is taking a chance here, staying on the field inside its own 40. And the pass is intercepted. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception. 1st down here for the offense. Trying to start the drive with a pass. That's caught. It's Sampson. And they'll finally get him down after a terrific pickup. LSU quick to the line. From the gun, the ground game. And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Tigers! The offense did exactly what it's supposed to do with a start like that.
When you're set up with that field position, you're thinking touchdowns. You're not thinking field goals. It's exactly what the offense does. Takes advantage of great field position.
He'll bring it out. It's Abrams. Knocked down right at the 25, and I guess he breaks even, bringing it out of the end zone. The Gators sending the offense back to work. One of the most valuable things a quarterback can have, David, short-term memory. Just forget that last pick.
You're dang right. Clear the mechanism. It's over, move it behind. Some players can't do that real well, and it leads to more mistakes, Jesse. You got to just forget about it and move on.
And I think the coaching staff can help him too, David. I think you can get the running game going here and also give him some easy throws.
And they finally get him down, but not before. He's got him set up for business at the 49-yard line. This offense is like running a perfection drill in practice against air, chunk play after chunk play, and here they come again. We had a barn burner the last time these two teams played, and no reason to expect anything else between these two bitter rivals.
Attention to detail, and I think the sense of urgency.
Deep shot for the end zone. And this is dropped. Incomplete pass. He had a huge gain in his fingers, and he couldn't hold on. Better find the earplugs. Here comes the noise, backing this defense on third down. Good execution. They move the sticks, and they've got it at the 33. And the Gators are moving quickly down the field. Moving the running back, trying to get the D to tip its hand. Extending the play. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on first down. Second down coming up. They'll run it out of the shotgun. In his sophomore season, he's really learned to find that running room. First down here with time for maybe one more play until the 2-minute warning. We've reached the 2-minute warning, and they will try to build on what has already been a dominant first-half performance. Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver.
Doesn't take this defense a lot of time to get to the quarterback, man. They've got speed all over the place. They hit him so quickly, and because of that, the ball falls incomplete.
Pulls it in. It's Burke.
I know, everyone's yelling, like, you didn't get the first down, we need more yards. But if you think about it, nice short completion, sets up a third down. And guess what? Nowadays, fourth down, green light. We're going to go for it anyways.
Nice job by the defense. They're mixing up their look there. Third and...
It's the fake, and he wants to throw. And for the second time tonight, they'll trot out the field goal kicker. They'll get him stopped just short of the end zone, but they're in business here with a first down. This offense has been a juggernaut, and they have a chance to pad their total just before halftime. He wants it all. He snares it in the end zone. Touchdown, Gators. That touchdown gives his team a pretty significant lead at this point.
And that's what you want. You want to start fast. You want everything to come out, start clicking, make some plays. It doesn't always work that way, but when you do, man, the energy, the crowd, everybody's into it. Now the other team better respond.
The Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. Boy, they've been caught in a buzzsaw here in the first half, but maybe a chance to carry some momentum into the break here.
It all comes down to this drive right here, Reese. Obviously, this offense hasn't had everything go right for them in the first half, but here's an opportunity, David, to execute some plays, put some throws together, and generate some points.
And you're right, Jesse. And this offense...
And they couldn't hold off the heat, and he goes down with the sack. And the Tigers in the hurry-up.
Third down coming up.
On third down, going up top. Got a man. It's Watkins. They've got it to the 49-yard line, and they'll move the chains. LSU with the 1st and 10 here. Looking to move it through the air. Throws to the tight end. Tremendous awareness along the sideline and the ability to get the foot down for the big pickup. Just inside the 30 at the 29, it's 1st and 10. Pocket starts to collapse. And the quarterback will take a sack back at the 36.
And they've been waiting for something good to happen with respect to getting after the quarterback, right? They're outside of the top 100 in the country in sacks per game, but finally now you see they're generating this pass rush. 3 sacks on the game so far.
A timeout is called as this offense tries to find a way to get more points on the board before the half. Already in chip shot field goal range at the 21, but this 3rd and short, they're still thinking touchdown. And the incomplete pass will bring up 4th down. And here comes the field goal unit for the 2nd time tonight. This try will come from the left hash, and he'll try to curl it in from 38. Right down the boulevard. It's good. So they put the field goal on the board and about to kick it away, and hoping that'll be the final points of this first half. Fair catch called for and made. Florida has the ball back, and here comes the offense. They've got time, they've got the lead, and David is sort of like a doctor. First, do no harm.
Do no harm, but also momentum is hard to create and sometimes hard to stop. You have it, so Jesse, don't do anything stupid.
And here's the 3rd interception of the night. Not a lot on the return, but they can live with that as they've got it at the 49. On 1st down, here comes this offense. He's looking to throw it. And there was nowhere to go for this quarterback, and down he goes. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break.
Here we go.
Looking downfield, it's Nussmeier. He hurls one deep down the left side. He caught it. They make the tackle just outside the end zone, but it'll be 1st and goal from the 1. He's looking to throw. And he can't quite make the connection as he was trying to pay off this red zone opportunity.
Well, the quarterback knew where he wanted to go with the ball. His intended target just wasn't open, so the quarterback made sure he put that football in the stands.
They'd love nothing better than to add a 3-ball here before the break. Field goal is good.
I know they're trailing going into the locker room here at halftime, but kicking that field goal gives them a little bit of a jolt, a little bit of a boost of momentum that they can carry with them into the 2nd half, and there's a lot of football left to go here. I can't wait to see what happens.
First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Thanks so much, guys, and I need not tell you, rivalry games always bring out a ton of emotion, and no surprise we saw just that in the first half today.
Not going to risk a return here. He'll make the fair catch. The Gators sending the offense back to work. They have the lead to start the 3rd quarter, but I'd imagine ball security was a topic at halftime.
Yeah, and I think you take the lead and you try to stay optimistic with your team, but you also say, guys, if we had taken care of the football, this lead would be even bigger. We might have already knocked them out already, Palmer.
It's just about eliminating the mistakes at this point. You're right. This thing would be over if they hadn't shot themselves in the foot. So ball security, that is at a premium.
And it's his 4th interception of the game. He was trying to get that return going. Instead, he'll hand it to his offense at the 38. Line gets set, 1st down. Leaves it with the back. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. Back to throw, it's Nussmeier. Get it out on the screen. Not a whole lot of room there on that screen pass as it just never developed. Guys, this offense is already reeling down multiple possessions. Really need to cash in on this drive. On 3rd down, he drops to throw. Safe completion on the screen. They play that screen nicely. He tried to find his way to the marker, but it'll be 4th down. Here comes the field goal unit. And very important not only to generate power, but to find his mark. A 49-yard try from the left.
Well, it's a good news, bad news scenario. You got the pick, and you would have liked to have paid that off with a touchdown, but because the drive stalls out, they're still happy to get the field goal. Florida has the ball back, and here comes the offense.
Mistakes are going to happen, as they did on that last drive. Now, how will they respond, Jesse?
And this is the kind of guy who's going to take full accountability. That was my bad. That's on me. I'm about to lead this offense now down the field to score some points.
Dang, Palmer, I wish I would have played with you. I didn't play with many quarterbacks that were just like, yeah, my bad. Hey, guys, I got this. Sorry about that. It was more, we should have ran a better route.
Third down conversion's always a huge stat, and they've got a 3rd and long from the 27. Using the back as a receiver on the screen. They finally get him stopped, but what a good job by that front wall to set up the screen and create some lanes for their running back. The Gators will line it up on 1st and 10. Not a whole lot of room there. 3 yards maybe, 2nd and 7. Tried to pound it on 1st down, now back to the line. Off the play fake. Tight end finds a soft spot. And they reacted well to the completion, but it was too late to keep them from getting the 1st down. The Gators are flying down the field. The give to the running back from the shotgun.
And a lot of times you want those big plays. You want those splash plays, but sometimes you're going to take some losses. You're not going to run the football overly well, but if you continue to...
And the defense is all over the quarterback, and down he goes. Here comes this home crowd as the defense tries to get off the field on 3rd down. Going over the top. And is knocked away and incomplete. The defensive back staying in phase and batting it away. And the Gators will line up to punt it away. First time today we've seen a punter go to work. No return coming. He'll call for the fair catch. LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. David, they couldn't pay off that last drive with a touchdown.
Now, they moved the ball down the field and executed like they wanted to until they stalled out and had to settle for a field goal.
I think if you want to take the next step, too, here and score a touchdown, you got to start finding more creative ways to get your best players the ball. Let's see if they can do that here.
Fires left. Pulls it in. They stay aggressive and push their way out to the 33, and it's 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Looking for room. It's Durham. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3. Last play was a near disaster. Now dealing with 2nd and 13. They'll go to the ground. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. Ball's at the 29. Defense can taste getting off the field. It's 3rd and long. Looking to pass. It's Nussmeier. Unloads to the wideout. And here's the 5th interception by this quarterback. Just a really nice play. Not a lot on the return, but that's all right when you hand it to your offense at the 42. He'll take a deep shot here. And the DB right with him to knock it away.
DB does an outstanding job here on the deep pass. Locating the football, no PI, able to swat it away, pass incomplete.
Getting some heat. Right on target this time. He stopped at the 32, picks up 10 on the play and gets the 1st down. A new set of downs after the completion. To the ground with the back. Makes him talk to the hand.
I know the passing game sells and the passing game is exciting, but it's not exciting to get 5 or 6 yards a pop on the ground, but it will be very successful.
Nice defensive play to get a hand in there and knock it away. Here comes 3rd and short from the 27. This defense trying to make them settle for a field goal. From the gun, wants to pass. Looking down the middle. Wide open downfield. They make the tackle, but he's got a fresh set of downs, and it's 1st and goal from the 7. So close to cashing it in for this offense. They're trying to get to it. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete. Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete. 3rd and goal coming up here. From the gun, wants to pass. Fires to the end zone. And his 5th interception of the game. A miracle they haven't pulled him yet. First down here for the offense. On the move, it's Durham. On the move is the 30. And the explosiveness, the big gainer gets it to the 49-yard line. The Tigers are in the hurry-up.
Yeah, I tell you what, I'm always keeping track as a defensive coordinator of where they're running the football. You can see they ran it to the right. Do they like this matchup? Is the right side of their offensive line really good? I'm going to be paying attention to that because that's a big gain. I got to make sure I shut this down the next time they run it.
They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Here comes the option. Quick toss. And a nice solid pickup there before the defense wrestles him to the ground. They started this drive with a big play, but now they need a conversion to keep it alive on 3rd down. Back to throw, it's Nussmeier. Pressure coming. Makes the grab on the left. They get him down, and that'll be the final play of the 3rd period. We've come to the end of the quarter, and it's Florida on top. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. He gets his first one of the day out of there, and they used him 3 times in that loss last week. The Gators sending the offense back to work. That last possession, a prime example, Jesse, of how things get condensed in the red zone.
Hard to throw when the windows are smaller, and that's what happens down near the goal line, David. But for this quarterback here, just take accountability and ownership and come out here and lead your offense.
And move on. Like, we needed points. That's something that we can harp on. We'll watch the tape this week, but now it's time to move on. Let's get another drive going.
They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. Big 3rd down as the crowd gets behind this defense. They'll keep it on the ground, trying to milk the clock. He'll make a play on 3rd down. He's got enough for the first as they mark it at the 32. The Gators come to the line with a new set of downs. He leaves it with his back. And there were no creases or crevices to run through, and they shove him out of bounds. After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line 2nd and 7. The give to the tailback. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
Really nice job by the defense getting that last stop. All 3rd downs in games are important, but this one just feels like it's the biggest down of this game right now for this defense. If they can get...
Oh, he's going to try to get it all here. And that'll be incomplete. They certainly weren't afraid to take a shot there, and now it's 4th down. Huge play here late, and this crowd is coming to help the defense. Going back to the well, another deep ball. It's incomplete, and they desperately needed to keep that drive going, and they couldn't make the connection. This is the biggest drive of the game, but the offense has to stay cool. No reason to panic. Then again, panicking is never a good idea, is it? Not in lockstep there with the receiver.
That's a ball that this offense should be able to complete. They had the coverage they wanted. Receiver ran on the route. Just an inaccurate throw by the quarterback.
Fires to the big fella. And not much doing there as that defense runs him out of bounds. It's 3rd down now, and they ought to be able to get off one more play before the 2-minute warning. Back to throw, it's Nussmeier. He'll take a shot. And he's got it! Touchdown, Tigers!
Yeah, I tell you what, great job by this offense. Great execution. You drive down the field, you get the score. Now what's your 2-point play? You practiced it all week. What's your go-to in this moment late in the 4th quarter when you need the 2-point conversion?
Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. He'll call for the fair catch here. Linebackers shuffling around, trying to keep the quarterback from getting a read. From the gun, the running back looking for room. We've reached the 2-minute warning, and this offense trying to milk this clock and keep time on their side. Might as well keep pounding that rock at this point in the game, even though it's 2nd and 12. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible.
I think if your offense here, the game boils down to this one play on 3rd down with the lead late. If you get the 1st down, that's ball game. There's not enough time left for the defense to get it back and go march down the field. So let's dial up our best play offensively. Let's make sure our best players are touching the football.
They'll keep the offense on the field on 4th down already with a 1-possession lead. Fires to the middle. Incomplete on 4th down, and man, did they need to keep that drive alive. The Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. Looking for a productive play on 1st down. Leaves it with the back. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. On the move. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is.
Hold it.
So the penalty will not be enforced. The defense declines and stands on the result of the play. A little less room to work with now as the ball's at the 28, and it's 3rd and long. Dropping back, it's Nussmeier. Going for it all. Touchdown, Bayou Bengals. Now front, here in the 4th.
And some of these guys make it look so easy, but these are tight windows down here, man. There's not a lot of space in the field, and he drops back, knows exactly where he's going with the football, throws it in there, makes the play, and more importantly, now his team is in the lead in the 4th quarter.
So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. The kickoff team on the field, and he ought to just boom this thing through the end zone with that extra 15 yards on the penalty. 1st down for this offense. He wants to throw. And it's another interception.